Hi guys, it's Shook here with a solution of the fifth ArtiQuest. Finally, after a couple of months, it's back, yay. So this time around you had to search ArtiQuest like this, just to play on Arti here, and you'd end up with all these levels and Quest 5F unpublished for a moment. And congrats to ShadowZed, he was the first to solve it. So yeah, I will remove the password to this level in a couple of hours. But for the moment, let's start at 50. So you'd get this with this clue here. Instead of joking away 50 here, the password is literally 50. So all you had to do was type 00000 5 times, and you could actually enter the level. So here we go. Let's start this quest now. You can end up with all these words here. Let me forfeit to read this. This is laggy as hell. Once upon a time there lived a singing fish, chanting the story of a man who had vanished. We still have time, he uttered desperately, before the murder of black feathers sealed away his destiny. Dispersed in the field you could hear it knell, and that was the story the fish knew so well. To write about the lyrics of a fish and its dark melody, one would have to be a freak, don't you agree? And the solution is in the URL. So basically it's just a long riddle that means pretty much nothing except the fish, and the important part was the black feathers murder. That's like refers to a bunch of crows. So it was a song by Fish, Scaring Crows here, and you'd get on the website lyricsfreak.com. Hence why you had the freak lyrics thing here. So, and in the URL, I'm not sure you could see it on the screen right now, but you had this number in the URL that I'm gonna write right here. You can see that was in the URL. So you'd have to take that number, and that was the solution to 51. Yay, so let's find a hint. As usual, now the descriptions will help for the related level. This is for 51, although maybe the way you entered 50 could help. If you remember, we entered 50 with the 5 zeros. So when you enter in 51, you get this thing here that says, what would the next line be? And you have this numbers here in rows, and you want to figure out what the next line would be. So one trick for this one, I like this puzzle. I learned it like 10 years ago. The smarter you are, the less chances you have of figured out. Basically, it's just like the 50 thing. You have to read out the lines out loud, and you're just gonna find it out. So if I start here with 1, and what I see is 1 1. So 1 1. And now I see 2 1s. 2 1s. And I see 1 2 and 1 1. And you continue like that. 1 1 1 2 2 1s. I just figure it out. Next one, 3 1s, 2 2s, and 1 1. And you just go on like that for whatever, how much lines you want. So yeah, for now was at this one here. If you want to go on after this one, I have it right here. It would be this long line here, and that would be the solution to 5-1 here. So let's go to 5-2. Just another one of those, and if you played the previous quests, you would know that there's always this big level where you have to find stuff. So patience is still the key. Basically, you have to, the lag is making this really impossible to control. I'm not sure you can see the lag on my screen right now, but it's very, very bad. Alright, so let's try to do this with 1 frame per second. Alright, you had all these squares up there, and in each of them you had 1 letter and 1 number. I don't even remember where I placed them. Let's try to find one randomly by moving around. And once again with lag, I don't even see the water blocks disappearing. I'm pretty sure I had one somewhere in the middle here. Let me just try to maybe find it. Oh yeah, here's a 2. Let's try to find the other letter. I think it's somewhere. here it is, an I. So you had the 2 and you had the I, and you were wondering, what the heck am I doing with my life? So once you found the 8 letters and numbers, you would have all the letters making the word patience here. So the I2 was here, and you had for the E's, you had the E1 and E2. They were labeled in whatever blocks they were in. I'm not even sure, but yeah, patience is the key. So all you had to do is right here, the solution, and you had to put them in order and get this number here, and that was your solution. Let's move on to 5-3. Fun fact, you could also get the same answer with a couple of non-numbers. Basically, you'll see what I'm talking about, but I think it was 89, 169, and 896, since I'm not mistaken. I don't know, but basically it was a palindrome addition or reverse add addition, whatever you want to call it. But 124 is a cool number. If you reverse its digits and add those two numbers, you get 124 plus 421 is 545, which is the same backwards if you read like 545. And what if you try 1,297? Keep going until you find the answer. So that same process. Let's just get a new file. Ooh, French. Don't save. So yeah, 100 here, not 100, 1,000, and you just reverse that. 7, 9, 2, 1 plus blah blah blah. You keep going until you get to your number here that reads same backwards. So if let me note this. Let me show. This is the whole step. You do 21 steps to get that same number here. 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, blah blah. Same for if you read it normally or backwards, and that was the solution to get to the final level. It was published at the time. 5-4, one last puzzle. And ooh, words. So it's crossword time. Once you have completed this last puzzle, PM me blah 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 blah, blah with all the picture and the solutions blah 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 blah. If you are the first to complete this quest, we will publish the level. Woo! And that was where Shadows had won. He was the first to PM me. So basically, you had this, and it was a crossword. I think it's a French style crossword. I'm not exactly sure, but I know most countries have their own rules for the style, but it doesn't matter real that much here. You just had to read the solution. For example, this one horizontally 1, and this one would be here the 1 to third number of 10 vertically. So it would be blah blah blah, famous blah blah blah. To attempt, it would be try here, and the first one here would be a formula element, and you would find out by slowly filling all the cases up. It would be red jackdaw. So here's the whole solution. If you do all of these, you'd get this. Those are the black squares in the middle, the time blocks here, and yeah, all the solutions here. If you have any questions, those you can ask me directly. I'm not gonna do them all with all of you, but that was pretty much it. So once you have solved this, you take a picture, send it to me and on Discord, because PRTPMs are broken, and you just tell me all the other solutions, and you would win. And I would send you the password to 5F, and you would get the artifact. Now, the video was not published yet, so I will just write it here. It was simply congratulations, but whatever, I'm gonna remove that in about, well, just a couple hours, since I don't know how long it will take to publish the video. So yeah, you'd have artifact, and you had 30 seconds to win this, and with the lag, this is really really hard. And like, I push one key and it takes like 2 seconds to actually move the key, so I don't know if I'll be able to do much right now. Probably not, to be honest. Yeah, I just completely ruined that. Anyway, yeah, with the lag, we'll forget about that. So that was the 5th ArtiQuest. I hope you liked it a bit, and there will maybe be another one in the future. Who knows? Just try to find out other variations of ArtiQuest. I don't know. Ooh, mystery. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.